Welcome to Your Weekly History, Episode 4, and in this episode, we'll be looking at the book by Dan Brown, Angels and Demons. If you have a look at the cover, you might be able to tell, but if we spin this book upside down, you can see that the cover is completely rotationally symmetrical. This becomes apparent later in the plot, which you should definitely know a bit more about. The story begins when Professor Robert Langdon of Harvard University gets a phone call from his apartment room. It comes from Maximilian Kohler, the director of CERN, which is the biggest science facility in the world. He calls because one of his top physicists, Leonardo Vetra, was murdered. Langdon flies on a supersonic jet in no time to figure everything out. On him, the words Illuminati are burned into his chest, which you can turn around for it to look the same. This makes it an ambigram. Even though the Illuminati have been gone for years, Langdon concludes that it's them that did it, because Vetra was also a priest as well as a scientist. Vetra's goal was to bring both religion and science together. The Illuminati also stole a canister of antimatter with a live feed of the timer, a ticking time bomb, before the battery runs out, and it reacts with the matter around it in a spectacular annihilation. The GPS says that it's somewhere in the Vatican City. Vetra's daughter Victoria and Langdon go to the Vatican, where the Pope had recently died. They are told that the four Preferiti, the cardinals who were most likely to become Pope, were missing. Then, an Illuminati assassin videos the Vatican to say that he'd captured the Preferiti and were going to murder them at every hour starting at 9 o'clock. Will Langdon and Victoria save the cardinals? Will they find out who is in charge of the assassin and the Illuminati? Well, you'll have to read the book to find out. Even though this book is fictional, there are so many real elements of this book that is close or is exactly like real life. Let's have a look at 4 of those. Number 1. Every location in this book is completely real, from the stunning views of the Vatican to the amazing technology at CERN. Number 2. In the book, it says that in the 1700s, 4 members of the Illuminati were branded with the hot iron cross and then executed by the church. This is completely true. This is why in the book, the assassin brands the cardinals, repaying the past. Number 3. Brown wanted to get as much factually correct in terms of the scientific side of the story. CERN is indeed the biggest scientific lab in the world. CERN is also the only place in the world where people study antimatter. Although that is true, in the book they say that they can make a gram of antimatter. A gram of antimatter is a huge amount. In reality, they can only make about 1/1000th of a gram each year. Yes, there is a 27-kilometer long particle accelerator where they smash particles into one another. That's called the Large Hadron Collider. Number 4. Although Brown's depiction of the Illuminati is not entirely true, the key elements are there. The Illuminati is said to have existed since the dawn of time, and you can find signs of them everywhere, references in old books, symbols on sculptures, and most prominently on the American $1 bill. Now it's time for a break. We'll be back. Do you want to spend your life savings on something so small it only consists of a few atoms? Or may I say, anti-atoms? Yes, that's right, a substance that has positive electrons and negative protons that can annihilate if it touches anything. You want 1 gram? Give us $62 trillion, but only 1/1000th of a gram will cost you the small price of $62,000. Yes, that's right, $62,000. We'll even make it a deal. If you call now at 0800-ANTI-4U, we'll give you double for the same price. Yes, double for the same price. That's 0800 Anti for you. Welcome back. Next is review time, where I explain my thoughts about the book. Angels and Demons is a very well-researched young adult book. It explains controversial themes which have gotten the book banned in Vatican and in Samoa. This makes Angels and Demons more exciting, knowing that it says edgy stuff about Catholicism and the Vatican. Although some say it isn't as good as its big brother, the Da Vinci Code, I personally think it is a great mystery with moments of interesting facts intertwined within the book, revealing things that are shocking and interesting. Expect there to be twists galore. And if you're into that kind of stuff, I think that this book and its series is one of the best out there. Now it's time for our last segment. Yes, that's right, your weekly quiz. These questions check to make sure you were paying attention to our show. You can find all the answers back in the episode. Question 1. Who is the author of Angels and Demons? The correct answer is Dan Brown. Next question. Question 2. Where is Angels and Demons set? The correct answer was Vatican City. What is the science facility which is the biggest in the world? The correct answer was CERN. These are too easy. Question 4. What is the particle accelerator in CERN called? The correct answer was Large Hadron Collider. Last question. What is it called when you can read a word upside down as well as right side up? The correct answer was ambigram. Did you get all of them right? I hope so. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you learned something new. Anyway, this has been your weekly history. I'm Matthew Sutton, and I'll see you later.